Perfect.
Hi, I'm Kristen Pearsall,
And I'm Michael Zara.
and this is our TED Talk. During British literature this year, we used 20% of our class time to learn about British culture in our own means that affect the same amount of our grade.
The purpose of our project was to try and create an awareness of British culture and American society. And the way we wanted to go about doing this was by creating a dance that depicted the similarities and differences between the cultures throughout different time periods.
So Mike came to me with this idea that he wanted to do because I was originally in another group, so that was a little bit of an obstacle that we had to face. But I really liked the idea because it was so different, and one of both of our passions was dance. So obviously researching it was really cool.
Some concerns we had about this project were not spending too much money on costumes and lighting and all the stuff that goes into making a well choreographed dance. Also, just sheer planning of time was a huge obstacle for us. We do a lot of after school activities. We were both in the musical, which actually ended up helping us with the choreographing, but it took a huge chunk of time out of our day. And I know I do sports, and Kristen does a variety of extracurricular activities
Blood drive.
with the blood drive, with her church, and balancing college work and school work with
Scholarship
college.
essays.
It was a mess.
Yeah.
But we did seem to eventually get it down after some time passed. So what we really had to learn to do was not only use our time productively and in a manner that was conducive to achieving our goal, but really work on developing our product in the short time that we had.
And that was so much research that we did on so many different time periods and really choosing, because we originally our groups were supposed to be working with two other groups, which was also researching the same time periods with music and food. But obviously that didn't happen because we had to pretty much do that by ourselves. But all of our research did add up to theirs, so that was a buzz. Boom. That was good.
And that actually led up to us developing our project even more because instead of trying to coincide with the music group and the food group, we were able to focus solely on dance and just pick our own music to go with. And that really helped us to be able to choreograph what we felt was a better representation of each time period.
We, of course, had some bumps along the way, and we did adjusting and revising to this project throughout the entire time we were doing it. But obviously, we had the rubric issues where it didn't really match up with our original proposal, so we had to change a lot of that, including some of the research that we did. Editing the project was huge in our revising because a lot of the layouts and backgrounds were completely changed, like throughout this entire time, trying to decipher which ones would be best for the era. Splicing the music to match up to the videos that we were taking because it was just a better quality was a really difficult challenge, but we did that and it actually made the video look 10 times better. Costumes we didn't want to spend the money on, so we had to improvise with what we had, but luckily bringing pretty much our entire households together helped create the most realistic, I think, of the time periods.
Yeah, I mean, we had some really difficult things, such as coming up with a Renaissance period costume. We ended up using Kristen's dad's Knights of Columbus outfit for that, and it really worked out. And again, to go back to the rubric, we had originally our rubric consisted of a lot of elements of the actual dance that we were graded on. If we had done this move right or that move right, but we realized that wasn't relevant to our audience so much. They didn't know those terms, or really it wasn't even conducive to our goal.
It wasn't really for dance professionals. It was more for the common good of the people. Almost.
Exactly. We wanted to get across that people are people, whether they're doing dance here or whether they're doing dance in Britain. We're really all one of the same. And as Kristen mentioned before, we had to do a lot of research to be able to come up with our product. And the implementation of this research was a struggle at times. But I believe that we really overcame that and we were able to come up with a product that we were proud of. A lot of the research that we had done isn't even necessarily evident, upon first look at our final product, because we not only compared British dance to American dance, we also compared dance in other countries such as Italy and Spain to try and get the most accurate representation of what a British dance would have looked like in each time period.
But again, it compared to the other cultures that we were researching, which is kind of cool because then it wasn't just in America. It was focusing on different ones, but it was all the same. Dance is dance.
Yeah, I mean that's a great point, and that's exactly what we were trying to get across.
Yeah.
That culture is culture, and although it may differ in some respects, we're all people, and we're all trying to get through the same world.
And I think that'll help us later on in life when we're looking back on this project. So overall, our final product is something that I think both of us are very proud of. We put a lot of time and effort into this, regardless of all the bumps that we faced with timing schedules, with trying to find money to raise for costuming. Just planning all of it was a little bit of a challenge. Obviously, it took up 20% of our time in class, 20% of our lives.
You could say more of that.
Yeah, okay, a little bit more than that. But it definitely met our original expectations and really helped us just get a sense of the British culture a little bit more, not just in what we were reading in class, but just in general, comparing it to what we see in everyday life even here.
Yeah, I mean that's truly the takeaway from this, and I hope that other people who watch our video, watch our performance, and are able to see what me and Kristen have realized, and that the richness and the depth of British culture, and to the extent that it is similar to our own. I mean, America, the colonies originally came from Britain, so really, we're the offspring of this British dance, and I really hope that comes across.
It was just cool how we could finally do a project where it was not only our passion, but hopefully other people's, and could watch it and definitely relate to it in some sense.
And I think that's very true. This was like no other project we've ever had a chance to participate in school. We didn't have rigid guidelines or rigorous time schedules to attend to. We had to manage our own time, and that's invaluable.
That was a lot of responsibility, actually, and that was really, I think, a plus, because it helped us time manage more.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we'll be grateful when we look back at this product, and I think we'll wish that we had more projects like this in high school.
Yeah.
And also, while we were doing this project, Kristen pointed out how the lessons and the units we were covering in class coincided with the different dance styles that we were portraying in our project, and how the different time periods became evident to us in a more kinesthetic way because we were actually acting out the progression of British dance.
So it wasn't just researching these, it was also kind of exhibiting what we were witnessing in the books and stuff, and kind of bringing that to life almost.
Yeah, getting to experience that is something I've really enjoyed and something I won't soon forget. Thanks for watching our TED Talk. Okay, stop it.